The billionaire CEO of Netflix quietly builds a retreat for teachers in Park County. Phil Lindeman, Krystal, 93 News. First, a 75-year-old Summit County man is the second local resident to die from COVID-19 and the first since late April. Local health officials confirmed the man died at St. Anthony's in Lakewood this Monday from a stroke directly caused by the virus. At least 4 locals have tested positive for coronavirus before or after dying, but new state criteria instituted in May counts only those directly from COVID. All 4 were over the age of 60. Local fire danger remains high today. Backyard fires are allowed with a permit, same as fires in established fire rings at developed campgrounds. Fires are not allowed for dispersed camping. The East Canyon wildfire in southern Colorado has burned more than 2,500 acres between Durango and Cortez, the first major fire of summer so far in Colorado. It was sparked by lightning and is 1% contained. The courtroom tango continues for David Lesh, a part-time local known for publicity stunts that end in fines and now, maybe, a ban from the White River National Forest. The Aspen Times reports Lesh was fined $500 for illegally riding a snowmobile on Independence Pass last year and faces new charges for jumping his sled at Keystone during shutdown and ignoring closures at Hanging Lake, then posting photos of all of them to social media. Those could earn him a forest ban in coming months, while 16,000 people and counting have signed a petition asking the state to revoke his business license for his outerwear company, Vertica. Meanwhile, the Lesh hate is strong online, where commenters on the Aspen Times article write, "Anyone else think this punishment is laughable? And he deserves jail time." Another, more creative commenter suggests he should pick up all the dog feces on Smuggler Trail for 50 hours with his teeth. The CEO of Netflix is quietly building a multi-million-dollar retreat for teachers in Park County. Vox and others confirm CEO Reed Hastings has made multiple trips to a 2,100-acre ranch outside Bailey, where construction on a Center for Education Reform started in 2017. Plans once called for a helipad there, but residents nixed that idea at a public development meeting in 2018. The Netflix billionaire is one of the nation's biggest donors to education reform, donating $100 million to teacher initiatives, spending at least $20 million on the Park County retreat. It could open as soon as next spring. COVID-19 exposed faults in Summit County's economy, where roughly 70% of our workforce is tied to tourism, and tens of millions of dollars depend on sales tax.
How do we get to the point that we can have that so that whatever new industry you invite into town can pay for the things that we all take for granted, that gets paid for, mainly by our guests?
That was Breckenridge Mayor Eric Mamula from a virtual meeting with the Breckenridge Tourism Office last week. Diversification comes with growing pains, like an even larger burden on local housing, but proponents, like Summit Chamber Executive Director Blair McGarry, say it must be done.
We're not excited about our worldwide pandemic by any means, but we are excited for the opportunity to build this really resilient economy and really foster a sustainable workforce here in Summit County.
Tune in today at 4 and 5 p.m. for interviews with local business owners, town officials, and startup experts for a series on Summit's unlikely opportunities in the wake of pandemic. The latest now on coronavirus and what's reopening this week. Reopening today are casinos in Blackhawk and Central City with no table games and 50% capacity. As early as tomorrow, bars can reopen with no food service required, but capacity limits of 25% indoors or 50 people total. Final guidelines are released in coming days. Governor Jared Polis applauded Colorado's people and health departments for declining caseload, but he had this warning.
Everybody knows if we go back to how we did them in January, the virus will take off immediately again. In fact, we are only just a few steps ahead of this virus here. We see some of our neighboring states, Arizona and Utah, that are moving the wrong way rather than the right way.
Summit County confirms 267 cases of COVID-19 as of today, 3 more than yesterday, and 42 new tests. And in local sports, brought to you by American Family Insurance, the Weiss Agency, yesterday were final races of the Vail Whitewater Series on the Gore Creek through Vail Village. Derek Dreyer won men's kayak, Natalia Gray won women's kayak, Jeremiah Williams took the men's stand-up paddle title, and Jennifer Hodgkiss won for Ladies Sup. And the Blue River through Silverthorne is open to boating again. Summit Sheriff lifted restrictions on the river yesterday. It is flowing at 301 cubic feet per second, down from a high of 1,000 CFS just 2 weeks ago. Phil Lindeman, Krystal, 93 News.